surprised you made it on time.
All right. I'll buy. Why wouldn't I be here?
I just figured your new PR guy had you doing a couple radio shows and TV shows this afternoon, talking yourself up.
Oh, man. Look who just rented a condo in your headspace. Hey, look, if you're not careful, I might just buy the whole building.
Okay, so you got jokes, huh? You ever get tired of hearing your own hustle?
There it is. My first down payment.
So it's all you now, huh? Just you and baby Zuckerberg?
Zach's on all the mad ants, all right? This exposure's good for all of us. We all win.
Mad ants aren't going anywhere. He needs to just focus on looks from the league. Everything else is a waste of time.
So what, you think that he's gonna help you with the scouts, too?
I know he's gonna help you. But you're in my way.
Have you heard about Vlad?
Nah, who's Vlad?
The Romanian guy on the Nets. They just brought him over. Vlad the Impaler?
I didn't see a Vlad on the roster.
Their center.
Andre Haji?
Right, yeah, but they call him Vlad the Impaler.
Hey, man, don't sweat it, Howie. Whoever he is, we got this.
Oh, you know something I don't?
Yeah. I read up this morning on Wayne Hoops HQ. The blog called us out, saying that the key to this game is neutralizing Haji. And the only way to do that is to get everybody involved, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you looking to get a triple-double?
I'm looking to win, baby. Win!
Welcome, everyone, to Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have another great G League matchup for you tonight between the Mad Ants and the Long Island Nets. I'm Blake Suniga, alongside my good friends Tim Swartz and Brian Banafatemi. Tim, what do you make of this matchup?
Well, we have some great stars to watch in this game. There's Marcus Young, and recent addition AI will look to carry the weight against a very tough Long Island team.
And we'll look to see how he adjusts to the G League.
And of course, the Nets are led by the Romanian big man, Vlad the Impaler. He's the type of big man that can just take over a game.
A lot of storylines to follow in this matchup. It should be a fun one.
And for Long Island, Vlad is the star of the team, but to top to bottom, they have talent.
Absolutely. They provide a tough matchup for teams because they can run so many sets from inside and out. Reminds me a little bit of how the Denver Nuggets are constructed.
Yeah, great point, Brian. What fantastic communication between teammates on the alley-oop.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
It was almost telepathic.
Telepathic, I think that's a good way to describe it. Both ends of that play were fantastic.
That is such a low percentage shot.
Look, he's got to remember, he's got 4 teammates out there with him. He doesn't need to do it all by himself.
Pass
This
the
is
rock.
a team game.
Yeah.
Now, here's Nelson. Picked by Haji. And here is Nelson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Tatum, and Nelson gets it to go.
Can't give Nelson these mid-range jumpers. Often, he'll find a way to torch you from there.
And when Young is on the floor, you know he is going to be a threat to score.
Offense just comes so easy to Young, and he knows it. You hope he finds a way to expand his game, but when you need a bucket, he is such a good option to have.
Kelsey's shot is off. Outside Young. AI. From the high post, Andre Haji comes up with the rebound.
Well, he rushed that one. The D was out of position, but he couldn't make him pay.
Here's Andrews. That doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the field.
Well, I'm not sure, Brian, if you caught the local news, but apparently some of the Mad Ant players played a pickup with some of the locals.
Yeah, a sight to see for sure. I believe it was AI and Tatum in a 2-on-2 game. You know, small things like that are what makes this team so endeared in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, they really love him out here.
Now here's Kelsey. Randolph with the steal. A nice shot by Trigg.
Solid read from AI. When someone's open, he's good at getting it to them.
Picked by Haji. Nelson outside. Pass to Haji. Out of bounds. It'll be Mad Ant's ball. The Mad Ants with the lead. Howie Carter, not the most impactful player on the floor for the Mad Ants, but he is a valuable member of the team.
Oh, absolutely. He can give them a spark on occasion, but he's one of those glue guys. Fantastic chemistry with the rest of the team, and he just knows his role.
Trifecta!
So far, so good for them at the offensive end in the early going.
Their field goal percentage is terrific, exactly the start they were hoping for.
Now a timeout called by Long Island.
He saw his team giving up a lot of points and wanted to get a break before it got any further out of hand.
And that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. That's a good timeout.
Yeah, and I think, too, another part of the job is to stop these long runs.
Now here's James. Pass to Russell. To the inside. Here's Mack. Here's Price. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready to react as soon as the shot goes up.
One thing you have to admire about Coach Keller is his commitment to having the team stay involved with the community.
When you create an atmosphere like that within a locker room and the surrounding city, you get more than the sum of your parts. Keller inspires his players by really making what they do larger than the results on the floor.
Now here's Russell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Price, no good. Here's Calderon. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Fresh, guarded by Calderon.
You know how things get around here in Fort Wayne. When the Mad Ants play, the entire city pays attention. The whole city shuts down as they love to support their local G League chapter.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Russell with it. AI's there. Russell with the bucket.
The height difference there was huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
That body control right there is essential. If you're giving up a bunch of height on flat ground, then you better be good in the air.
And be able to adjust in the air, too.
Now Boss. A monumental buzzer beater.
A thrilling shot for one team, and boy, what a heartbreaker for the other.
Ice water in his veins. What a shot.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Mad... And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And guys, what's your take on the Mad Ants so far?
They've come out so strong. Tremendous offense.
Very much in control and shooting very well.
And AI and the rest of the Mad Ants were involved in some community work recently. They had a booth at the State Fair.
You just have to love that the team is willing to take time and meet fans on an individual basis by having a booth at the fair. It just takes a day for the players, but goes a long way in developing ties with the community.
Just 4 to shoot. And that one off the back rim and in.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jumper.
And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. Pass to Calderon. To the paint, Grace. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot of this game.
When he's at his best, Grace gets a lot of points inside. It's an important area for him to keep working on.
Now Odom. And here's Russell. Here's the pick. Got a piece of it. And as the shot clock expires, 24-second violation. And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. The 12-point lead, their biggest
Bucks,
of the game.
Sky Highsum said hi jams.
Pass to Tatum. Trig a screen. Back to AI. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And too long on the shot. And stolen by AI. Well, it has been said time and time again, but it doesn't make it any less true. The state of Indiana loves their basketball.
And it's one reason why a team like the Mad Ants can have such a devoted fan base. It goes across the entire state.
It's in everyone's DNA. Timeout called, the Nets.
He has to be frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. They're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
And it's at the point where this slump is going to take a mental toll on them. It's a good timeout to try to keep them from getting too discouraged.
And they've gotten the looks, they've gotten open, but they just can't get them to fall. Well, tough start scoring, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, they seem to have taken the lid off the basket, gaining a little bit of confidence.
See if they can keep rolling.
And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. They lead by 11. And with Marcus Young, perhaps the first thing you notice about him is the killer instinct on the court.
Young is a player that is always looking to exploit a weakness or catch a defender slipping up. Sometimes he'll get too focused on that aspect of the game, but I'd say it's worked well for him so far.
Now here is Tatum. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Haji.
Well, I mean, to me at least, Brian, it looked like it was going to be an easy 2 points there.
Yeah, and I can't quite read his lips, but it's pretty easy to tell. He's got some angry words for himself after that miss, but you don't want to keep your head down for too long. Get your head back in the game and get him next time.
And of course, AI, a name that might sound familiar to college hoops fans, had a good run, a big game in the Sweet 16, but ultimately the team came up just short. Still, showed some great potential in what was his final year.
Now here's Kelsey. Haji, Trigg defending. And again, it's the Nets missing. Left side, Young. And again, it's Fort Wayne. And AI, not the leader of the Bulldogs team, but he was a vital piece.
Yeah, wasn't the leader while he was there, as that role was filled by Corey Harris, but he certainly showed promise. Physically, it's always been there for AI, right? He just needed time to sharpen the mental aspect of the game.
Here's Andrews. Yes, and it's Andre Haji with the assist that time.
Coaches like to see big men like Haji pass it like this, proving he's a team player.
Timeout called, the Mad Ants. And we finished one half of play. The Mad Ants on top. They lead by 4. Contested game, but anything can happen. AI really making a difference here.
What a first half it was for him, surpassing his average point totals up to this stage.
Yeah, he's on pace for a Tim Schwartz game, which is a monster game. You know, it's too bad he can't score like this every night.
A nice shot by Trigg.
Yeah, his coaches are just thrilled when Trigg does that type of dirty work. Getting after it on the offensive glass and salvaging the possession.
Outside Kelsey. Pass to Joseph. Back to Kelsey. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet.
And you lay off Kelsey, he'll burn you for it. Good at firing off the pass. And the head coach of the Mad Ants, Gordon Keller. He's a back-to-the-basics kind of coach. He's going to drill the fundamentals and accountability to this Mad Ants roster from the first whistle to the final horn.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. You know, get a little physical, show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number one. Effort, nothing easy inside.
You can tell AI learned a lot from his experience in China. It's clear he's far from done yet, wants to keep growing.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half underway. Screen by AI. Here's Young, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
They're 3 of 4 to start the half.
Pass to Haji. Back to Kelsey. Haji. 6 to shoot. Now Joseph. Off target from downtown.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting him get that open.
Yeah, they got to tighten it up.
Knocked loose. AI. Andrews defending. Jumper off the screen. And the Mad Ants tack on 2 more.
4 of 5 to start the half, coming out strong.
Here's Kelsey. Nelson outside. Haji. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
And Andre Haji, better known as Gladly Impaler, he is a handful of a center. Does everything you want from a big man, including scoring, defense, and setting up others on the offensive end.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Tatum, Andrews defending. AI outside. Right at the free throw line. No good. Good D by Robert Andrews. And with Haji, as you mentioned, it is the ability to create for others that's so special.
Very special, very skilled, very smart player. And you know, it's rare to see a player of his caliber last long down in the G League. And I just think it's a matter of time before he catches on with an NBA squad. You just know there are scouts here watching him play.
Well, there's got to be teams that could use that kind of playmaking ability.
Absolutely.
AI inside, covered by Joseph. And there's the call on Andrews. That will be his 2nd foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Daniels right side. No good on the triple. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Campbell. That one drops for him.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Outside Grace. AI. The rebound by Mack. Now here's Russell. The shot by Campbell, no good. AI outside. And here they come. Here's James, and he banks in the layup.
There's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic. You know, sharing really is caring.
Wow, someone paid attention in kindergarten. It's just been beautiful basketball to watch.
AI. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And so it's Long Island with it. A 12-point game.
There's the attitude they want to see from AI. Moving, driving, attacking, keeping the defense on the back foot.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Russell. Here's James. Daniels covering. Fresh with it. Shot clock at 6. And here's Mack, guarded by Calderon. Here's Russell. No good from 18.
He kind of short-armed that one after doing a nice job to get open. Disappointing.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mad Ants out in front. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the 4th. And so it's Long Island with it. They trail by 14. Pass to Fresh. Now Odom, guarded by Calderon. Now here's Odom. D right on him. There's a screen from deep. Campbell, that's good. Here's Carter. Now Randolph. AI right side. Shoots from the baseline to the middle. It's Junior Boss on the wing. Pass to AI. Baseline try. Rebound, Long Island. Fresh with it. Now James. Now here's Price. Over AI. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. With the shot. And some very quick points for them on that possession.
No excuse playing off of AI like this. He's a threat to shoot as soon as he gets the rock.
Timeout called, the Nets.
He's seen enough scoring in the paint and wanted to send a clear message to his...
Out to the left wing. Left side, Kelsey. Odom over AI, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for him. That free throw, no good. He hits a second from the line.
Not as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Screen by AI. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth. Pass to Trigg. Shot clock at 6. Back to AI. From 15 feet away. That's tipped.
Yeah, he didn't have a hand in his face. I thought for sure he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Odom, guarded by Young. And there it is.
That's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's the Mad Ants with the ball. Pass to AI. Shot on the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Might as well tack a few more points in the lead, I suppose. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
Dominant is the right word for it, Tim. This one was about as one-sided as it gets.
One-way traffic, jeez.
Looking to end his cold spell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming up. The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Second free throw, no good. Here's Long Island now. It's a 16-point game. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Boss. Pass to AI. Shot from 16. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Price with it. Covered by Boss. Mack with it. Price. Just 5 on the clock. Now Odom. Mack. He's guarded by Grace. Here's Odom. From outside, off the mark. Daniels outside. Here's AI. Can't cash in. And there it is, the final whistle. Mad Ants win. Fantastic performance from the team to defend the home court.
And there were standout stars tonight, sure, but I like the way that the whole team, everybody, aimed to slow up Vlad the Impaler. That was a key factor in Fort Wayne coming out with the win.
Offensively, the Mad Ants seem to be gelling, and you can just see when this team is on the same page, and they gave us a peek of how deadly they could be on offense tonight.
And that's about all she wrote, folks. For Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us on this presentation of G League Basketball.